Board. This is the Life Pack with a new video, and it's another wonderful day. And you know what today is? It's TGIF. That's right. And you know what we're looking forward to later today? I won't say it. You just stay tuned. What's up, crew members and passengers? We are back with a elephant.money review slash update, just in case anybody is watching Elephant Money and is new to it on today's video, and just also showing my progress and what I think that I'll be looking forward to with Elephant Money, and quickly just running over how you could get into it if you do become interested in Elephant Money and its protocol. So let's jump into Elephant Money. But before we jump into Elephant, as we always do, we gotta always pick up the Passive T Life Express. Thank you so much for all of our subscribers and the passengers that view the videos. Click the like, leave a comment, consider becoming a subscriber. Don't forget to give us a follow on Twitter. And if you like sailing the DeFi ocean and looking for those passive income opportunities, be sure to hop on board. Let's get into Elephant.money. So, Elephant.money, what is it? How does it work? Elephant Money implements a voluntary, sustainable, and permissionless global economic engine on top of a collection of blue chip assets, a core rewards token, Elephant, and a stable coin, Trunk. The Elephant Money protocol is a 100% complete and finished product and provides yield and price appreciation in any market cycle. Bam! That is Elephant Money in a nutshell. So if you've watched our past Elephant Reviews videos, and I will be putting those up in the cards, just quick caveat, Elephant Money did go through an exploit. It just, was going bananas. It looks like anytime something is going good in the space and you jump on, all of a sudden, it's like somebody pulled the plug. I knew about Elephant Money from last year, December, all the way back here. I didn't really understand it. I was new to the DeFi space, and I wished I jumped on board. I would have been able to ride this wave. Only we don't even know how many X's that is. I won't even get into all that. But then they had the exploit. But surprisingly, a lot of people still got back into Elephant, and new capital was coming in, and people were literally buying this dip. So I was already in it. I lost value on when I got in at the highs, so I decided to just DCA and take advantage of the D-Life discount and add to my position. So let's just jump into Elephant, and that is the Elephant token that we're talking about, to be exact. So we connect the wallet, and Elephant is on the Binance Smart Chain, if you don't know. So connect, MetaMask, boom. So I have 118.752 million Elephant tokens. Originally, I think I only had about 10 million or 22 million. So after the dip, I added 100 million. And right now, I'm thinking about adding probably a billion. Get it to a billion, 77.175 bucks. I mean, if we put in a billion and it was around the highs around there, I think you would have to spend like almost a few $1,000s. That's how much, man, Elephant was just going bonkers. And good news is that they did find the culprit, and the funds, I think, have been retrieved, or they've been like secured, and there's some information out there with that, but we're not going to get into all of that. That isn't a video. Just want to see if there are any new updates. I haven't looked at Elephant since our last video, and that's pretty much how, unfortunately, sometimes I get into keeping up with my projects. It's just keeping my updates on the channel. So it's a good involuntary way to follow up with everything that we got down in the engine room there. And you would just add your BNB, and you can purchase Elephant, and the Elephant is supposed to almost like rebase. I don't want to say rebase, but definitely grow in your wallet over time. Now, I don't know if this is growing because I'm sure I saw it like this last time. Let's just double check and see. Let's go back to the prime time machine and let's see where we were when we made that purchase. That was a few weeks ago. All right. That was a month ago. And let's keep going. Let's keep going. So if you, this link won't be in the description for the video. I mean, the video will be in the cards, this video. So yeah, so my balance then was 22.263 million, and I added another 100 million. So let's see if we got when we added that 100 million. Yep, that's me doing the transaction. And okay, here we go. Let's see where we are now after that 100 million. Blow it up. Thanks for the views and thanks for the thumbs ups. Always, always thanks. Okay. So I don't think it was working on this video if my memory serves me right. So that was the problem. I got to add it afterwards, after the video was over. So yeah, so guess what? I did get to add the elephant because we were trying to do it in that video, but I think it didn't work. So yep, crew members and passengers, I got it. I got the 100 million. I think the network was so busy where everybody just was, who wasn't panicking or everybody just was jumping in and buying, buying, buying. So now let's look at the other part of elephant, why a lot of people really were super, super stoked about elephant money and its dynamic design. I want to call it that because I want to say it was like that when I first saw it in December. It was like the first project I was like totally oblivious to, like, what in the world is this and how does it work? I don't know why I couldn't understand it back then. And I just didn't go back at it and just decided to take my time and read and understand it. But it is what it is. So Trunk. Trunk is the stable token next to Elephant.money. Now, the Trunk, if we scroll down, has lost its peg. And UST, of course, and the Terra whole catastrophe was the stable token to Terra, and that lost its peg and went down to zero. Well, when Elephant had the exploit, they lost the peg, but they came up, real good. They're at 0.68 BUSD now. So we got another 32 cents to go to get 1-to-1 to the dollar and be back on peg and for the protocol to, start operating the way it does. So let's just read a little quick on how the trunk works. So you can mint your trunk, right? And then you can get 8.26% APR on your trunk by staking it. And you could compound it at the same time. So this APR could turn into APY. Now, I don't have the calculations right in front of me, and I'm not a super pro at doing the APR to percentage ratio. I really have to go back and look at the history and how it's done, so I won't get into that. But I want to say if you do it every day, that 81 could turn into possibly 200, maybe 200 to 300% APY, or at least 200% APY. So still a very good percentage yield, by just compounding whatever you put in there. Next step you could do is you could get your trunk and you could get into the Stampede perpetual bonds. Now, this is somewhat like Drip Network. Yeah, it reminds me of Drip because you got your partner address and you could, I want to say you could send rewards to your partners. I'm not sure. Yes, you can. You could do airdrops to your team members, anybody who joined you. I really like platforms like that. It's a good way to give back and give back seamlessly to your subscribers, your supporters, anyone, family, friends. It's great. So all those projects like that, I like that option in their protocol. So you can come and lock up, because when you put your Stampede in there, it's pretty much gone, just like drip. And so that helps for, building up that liquidity, and then eventually, hopefully you get that price squeeze effect in the long term, because everything is, pretty much burnt. I want to say that. I do stand to be corrected. The white paper is here, right? And I'm just speaking on all this from my memory. And I think there's also the audit too, right? And you could go and read up on how it works. It's a lot to really go in depth with, but I got a quick tutorial I'm going to show you. Not mine, but shout out to their Twitter page. But before we get there, to just show you the power of this, because I still have yet to get into this. I do want to get into it. It's just that so many hits, and markets being down, protocols that have tokens that are down, and you don't want to be selling, even though you can sell. But who wants to sell at low prices? It's not really any real return. So I'm in that position right now where it's like, do I sell some of these projects that we got in the engine room that have base token based, the rebase, the nodes, that type stuff, and put them into not risk free, but low risk free projects. Probably that, give you a good yield, nothing too crazy, no 8% a day or 15%, but more like a 1% a day, like drip, for example, or, anything that could get into a stable. So stable is, unfortunately, has been, compromised the sentiment of it, but I still believe a lot in it. It isn't like all the stables, it was just that one that, unfortunately, they kind of made that happen, but we won't get into that with UST. I still believe a lot of other stables out there are, to a certain extent, stable. So you could get into the Stampede, and you could compound also your bonds, and this APR can also be turned into, because this is 200. So I think that could go to like 600% APR, APY once you compound it. So that's another great way to earn some good percentage yield. And once they do get pegged, it will be stable. So that's the great thing there. The trunk and then the Stampede. So all that will be great for the protocol. So everyone is waiting for Elephant Money and the trunk and the Stampede to get back to a good, stable, peg with the way it should be. Now let's just jump into the Twitter. Oh, don't forget, follow PDL Express on Twitter. I am growing nice and slowly. I remember when we only had one follower. Now we got 6. So shout out to the followers. If you are watching today's video, I appreciate you. And make sure to leave a comment in the video, some projects that you might want me to look at, your favorite projects, not just what I like or what I got in interim or what I'm looking at. Let me look at it. Let's take a review at it, and let's look at it together and see what's happening. So let's get into the elephant.money Twitter, and let's wrap this update up. But I really want to get into the Stampede and the trunk token. Gotta go further once we get in there. So let's go to following. Let's go to, where are we? Oh, elephant. There we go, elephant. And where is it? It was a great, like, quick how. Okay, here we go. How to Stampede. So this is quick. You can come and check it out also, but I will definitely run through this quickly and then we'll wrap it up. So how to use Stampede. So go to elephant.money website. You look for the trunk Stampede. You click go. Next, you connect your wallet. Then you enable the BUSD button because you're going to mint. Then you enter the BUSD amount. So get yourself some BUSD. And you can go to PancakeSwap either, but I like doing it right from the Elephant.money app. Well, that's when I purchased the Elephant Money, not the Stampede. Once you have trunk, after you purchase your truck with the BUSD, how much ever you want it, you want to go to the Stampede Perpetual Bond and click on the Bond tab. Click to enable the Stampede first before bonding, and then lastly, enter the desired amount of trunk to bond. So that is definitely how you could go and get into that. So the power before the exploit was pretty much you being able to earn this APY and with a stable, power, stable, because how many assets out there that are stable that were giving you that kind of APY? So that's why, in my opinion, this side of the elephant money, the perpetual bonds, a lot of people were really liking and almost having it like a little backup savings. Great protocol. Unfortunately, it did, get exploited like so many other protocols, but they didn't disappear. They came back and they're trying their best to stay up. So you got the partner program and they got the airdrop. So hopefully, when I be able to afford to get into the bonds, and especially if they get close to getting back to the peg, I would definitely be more inclined to get into the bonds and the Stampede. So that is my elephant dot money. I keep saying it. It's elephant dot money update. Either adding to my elephant money bags or definitely getting some BUSD in here, getting some trunk, and then eventually getting to the perpetual bonds and compounding to get those APYs and just over time being able to get back some of these losses that we've had in the market and some of these rugs and everything else that goes on with the bear market. So yeah, I do like elephant money. Make sure to leave a comment if you like it also. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. The link will be in the description. And if you are thinking about maybe even getting to it, well, just follow those same instructions. And be sure to leave a comment on today's video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Or leave a comment and say, D-Life, this one I didn't like too much. Let's talk about this. And we talk about something that you probably want to talk about or that you're interested in. I really like to know you guys' thoughts. Interaction is definitely what is needed on the channel. The YouTube algorithm loves that. So leave those likes, leave those comments, and I would greatly appreciate it. And most of all, subscribe. This is D-Life here, Elephant Money, over and out.